Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you out there. Welcome to another episode on the Amazing Papers server. My name is Grain. This is episode number 3, and we are going to have some fun. It's been a busy time on the server for me. I've done a lot of work, and I look forward to showing you what I've come up with. I'll tell you one thing that I am going to do. I've been a lot of farms. I think it's time to build some nice looking structures because all of my farms are pretty ugly at the moment. Anyway, without further ado, build number 1. I promised by this boat I would build a pub for the other players in the server. I'd like to use it with them as a meeting place and maybe just make it a kind of a nice place to hang out. So without further ado, let's get cracking on that. Well, what did you think of that? Certainly, first of all, let's talk about that as a time lapse. It was my first attempt at the replay mod. I had to get my head around that, and one of the reasons why this video has taken so long to come out, it took me a little while to grasp the concept of space and time, to be able to make such a quite straightforward animation of this building being built. But here it is. I'm very happy with it, I must admit. It's come out really well, and it's a style that I have built in before, but without adding the extra bells and whistles like the buttons on the end of the logs and the overhanging roofs and the fence posts sort of sticking out and jutting out occasionally. But yeah, it's kind of an old medieval style. I cannot claim credit for this design. It is by a legendary medieval build expert in the game, by the name of Madnez64, and I'll include a link in the description of this video. So as I say, I can't claim credit for this design. It has heavily inspired me to almost block by block build this design that he's posted out for people to use, and I absolutely love it. As a pub, it's quite rustic, it's quite old, got the mixture of the cracked stone bricks and the normal ones, and it just looks aged, it looks lived in. Of course, no interior has been attempted yet. That does tend to be something that I neglect. Certainly not a strong point for me, but yeah, that will come. But the main thing is I've got the building. There's 2 floors, 2 usable floors that we can put some tables. There's a bee's nest just outside that I am thinking of perhaps bottling some honey beer, mead for sale in here, or even just for people to use, as we're not technically in the shopping district. But yeah, there's a little bit of a loft up here, not a huge amount of space up here, but yeah, pretty happy with that. That took kind of 2 separate sessions that took me to build, probably about 2 or 3 hours in total. So yeah, and the materials are all pretty easy to grab. I got most of the wood from trees that I grew in the area. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know. I'm pretty happy with that. I need to do some landscaping, of course. We need to get this waterfront a bit more presentable, get rid of this sugar cane, and sort of smarten up the area, and smarten up my boat as well, of course. So moving on, we have had a request from Citrus to help cure one of his villagers who is having a bit of a problem with a villager that's fallen ill. So let's go over to his new island and see what's happening over there.
All right, so I'll finish fixing that later, and if you come over here, we'll get to where I've got the zombie villager held up.
All right, Dr. Grain. He's got the medicine.
And we just go swim down here, and there's a door in the gravel. And he's down a couple floors here. You're in the stronghold.
Ah.
Locked him up tight in the stronghold with my dog guarding. And there he is.
Right, locked
there
away.
With my bed. If I were to die, he'd be killing me over and over.
Right then. Okay. I need to get potions at the ready. Are you ready? He's...
Good.
Oh. There we go.
All right.
Medicine has been given.
Then I can get my stuff off of him, and then I can take him up to the clouds. Once I get some soil elevator going.
He's pretty well equipped. I'll give him that.
But I also actually got to get him a place up there so he doesn't walk off the side of it for any reason.
So this is where the stronghold is. I need to come back
there
at some point.
That goes down the dead end that I turned into a mine. And then over here I got skeleton grinder. And so you can
awesome.
go in the door or stay out here. And now I got a campfire under them, so they're not one hit. But if I took that campfire out, they'd be one hit.
Okay. Yeah, I found a spider. I've got a spider spawner near my base. That's so I'm pretty well off for string and it's why I've got so many. It's why I've got so many potions. I've got absolutely loads of fermented spider eyes. So you've got a viewing area.
And now this is so close to the bedrock that I had to be a little creative with how I got them into a single stream. And because see how they haven't dropped down very far?
Yeah.
Or it's because some of the blocks that they're standing on right at that level are actually bedrock. So I can't go down any further.
Well, it's pretty handy.
It seems to work, so I don't think I need to redesign anything on it. And then I got tons of arrows and bows and stuff down here. Creeper spawned down in there when I didn't think to light it up when I was first AFKing, and I took out some of the pillars. I lit up I think the entire stronghold, and I still have the what do you call it, the silverfish spawner, or I didn't break that. I might be able to do something with those, but I don't know. I might delete it. And then
I've never actually done anything useful with them. I'd be interested to know.
Well, I'm just thinking because I've got the skeleton spawner there, and then this room is a slime chunk, and then I got the silverfish spawner. What if I put all three? What if I just funnel them all into the end for some reason, and sometime in the future?
Yeah, you've got here, everything you need in this little island.
Just terrorize someone. Then I think it's this way. and maybe over this cave. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, we got this here. So oh,
Oh,
there's a silverfish. But yeah, I haven't activated it yet because I want to bomb this area out.
what's that? All right. Escaped.
Yeah, I want to get this area bombed out and turn it into a whirlpool that funnels into the end,
Yeah.
which I think
All
is
right.
going to be possibly difficult for me because I don't know how flying machines work. All right, so we're pretty close to the surface here. So if we come up here, there's water leak that we can swim up out of.
Would you be able to spare a few books?
Oh! What?
Any books to spare at all while I'm here? So I can get my enchanting room.
Yeah, you can take a bookcase.
That would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Right, I think I've just had an advancement. So your
Oh
villager.
yeah, he's cured. I forgot about. Oh no! Don't come up here. There's Trident right there.
Yeah, should we go out the way we came in?
Yeah. The ladder's right here. Like he's like camping that exit.
I play a lot of Bedrock. I certainly did last year, and the Trident zombies are nowhere near as lethal as they are in Java. They're absolutely lethal in this version of the game. Right, where are we going?
Over the mound and then through here. And then through the iron door. Alright, and then here's the main hall and stuff. So I'm gonna grab my stuff that he took my bed. he dropped my stuff and took my bed.
He's had a tiring day. He's had a rough day, so fair enough. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna head back and thank you for the tour. You've certainly got a very comprehensive setup here.
Yeah, the thing that I don't have planned out well is my sky. I gotta figure that out.
Trying to work out what it looks like, the shape. Now back at my base, a pretty much deforested base, I must admit. I've been on a mass tree chopping rampage, and I have plenty of wood, but also cleared some room for some future projects around this area. So a special mention and special thank you, I should say, for Citrus for providing me with my side of the audio for that last clip. I actually managed to record everything but my voice for some unknown reason. So, and I haven't introduced, this is the secret entrance to my spider's lair, where I can hack away at them and get all of the goodies from the spawner down there. So yeah, a bit of an update really. This was the beautiful looking cobblestone AFK spot that I built for the slime farm in the last episode. It did not work. Quite simply, there were too many caves that hadn't been lit up properly. And with that, it is now gone. That eyesore has been removed. So, more trees to chop down while I'm here. I might as well. So yeah, in terms of this slime farm, I thought about it. I did a little bit of maths on the despawn spheres of 128 blocks around where the player is AFKing, and I realised I needed to be much higher than that. So we're at 81 up here. So it probably was about 90, 95 where we were standing, and it's not high enough. So ahead of me is where I'm going to build my new AFK spot. the other side, you've got a good view of the old part of my base with the villager breeder and my starter hut complete with heads that I've collected. And the villager breeder is actually chock-a-block at the moment, waiting for me to get my trading hall up and running. Also need to cure these fellas down here. But as you can see, oh, what do we have? We appear to have some kind of fire shrine has been left for me over there. Let's go and check that out. I had not noticed that before. And we also have what appears to be a chicken squatting situation inside my starter hut. There appears to be a load of them in there moving in. I've not been home for a while, so I guess they're entitled to find some space. Yeah, let's go and have a look at this. What on earth is going on here? We've got some carved pumpkins. Is it a shrine to the iron gods, possibly? There's something in the middle. Let's go and have a look at that. Make things safe, first of all, of course. Health and safety is important. It is a cursed pearl. Do not take. Is that right? Cursed pearl. The cursed pearl do not take. So I guess we better leave that alone then. Something else actually that while we're here, I think I will show you is the mill. This wheel that I've built, that is half built. I built this fairly early on, and the idea was to turn it into kind of a lumber mill, but it has not quite been finished, as you can see. So I think we'll continue with that underneath there. And actually, I think that's where the tree farm is going to be. A TNT inspired tree farm will be built under that. Which so yeah, it is kind of a true lumber mill. It will produce lumber, and yeah, I just need to finish it. One of many unfinished projects in this world. I mentioned the slime farm and the failure of that slime farm, and specifically the location I was AFKing. So I've decided to just rather than do a half-assed slime farm, to actually do the job properly. So I've dug out a proper-sized cavern here, fairly low down, and given it plenty of spawn spaces for the slimes to spawn, using the iron golem as the tempter, the bait, if you like, for the slimes to come and get him before they fall into the campfires and get collected by the hoppers beneath them. Much like I've done in my single player world. It's the same design. Logical Geek Boy. Check him out if you're looking for simple farms, easy to build, and pretty successful as well. But the key to this is where you stand, where you AFK. So once we've seen some of these, the rates are pretty good. Once we've seen some of these slimes do their suicidal thing, what we'll do is I'll take you up to the AFK spot that I'm planning to build, and we'll have a look at how successful the rates are up there. I do apologise if I overuse the replay mod over the next few episodes, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a very, very clever mod, and I intend to use it a lot more. Anyway, finishing touches to my AFK balloon are now going into place. I've got a few more buttons to go, but it's pretty much there. what do you think then? It's let's just get down here and get rid of some of the unsightly dirt, grab the camera account, and let's have a look around. So here we go. The AFK spot is at the bottom of the balloon. I have naturally, as my base is overrun with chickens, I have a chicken to keep me company up here. We have a portal that I've built to try and be sympathetic to the balloon design without looking like it's going to tip it over. And that takes me to the nether roof, which is nice and handy, which means I can get up here with one of the portals that I've put down there that takes me to the roof. One of them takes me to the bottom of the nether, and one of them takes me to the top of the nether. And yeah, so it's a nice shortcut and not having to have a big old ladder pillar like I had before to get up here and to build this thing. But here it is. I'm absolutely loving it. It's not too shabby at all. It's got a bit of a steampunk vibe about it, I'd say. And yeah, it's nice and lit up at night as well. It looks beautiful at night. Going up here a little bit. Yeah, it's just a work of art. And again, like with the pub, I cannot claim any design credits for this whatsoever. This is a design by Tridar. Again, linking it. A link will be in the description of this video. But it's just magnificent, isn't it? And it's really making me think of a steampunk, potentially steampunk, sort of medieval steampunk style for the base itself. So yeah, but anyway, just in terms of why we're doing it, as I've mentioned, there's a slime farm directly below where that shadow is down there. That is right by the bedrock there. So this height has been calculated to be as high as possible, so it loads the fewest amount of potential entities to spawn, or certainly of mobs to spawn down there. I've lit up the area as much as I can for now, as you can probably see. So again, less spawning means better slime rates under the ground. But also, what it also gives me is this whole area where when I'm AFKing, I can purposely put farms around here that will benefit from that and not necessarily affected by the mob cap. So for example, over there I'm going to be building a wool farm for all the 16 colors in the game, and I actually have, as you can probably see down there if I zoom in a bit closer, I have a bit of a temporary wool farm, and guess what colors they were for? Yep, you got it, the red and white for the balloon. And then finally, also whilst I'm here, my iron farm is also within range. So it's turned off at the moment, but that will mean that I can get iron, I can get slime, and I can get wool all at the same time whilst AFKing up here. Very happy with how this has turned out. Hopefully you are too. That's just about all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen, as I wallow in the potential riches that I could unleash with the plentiful supply of slimes. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing if you have already. If you haven't, then please do. It makes me very happy to see that subscriber number slowly increase up as I release more content. So yeah, please do. I'll be a very happy man. Anyway, so take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, and one more thing before I sign off, just to avoid any potential bad luck, let's light these pumpkins back up again. I don't want to get on the wrong side of the cursed pearl now. That would be silly.